The fastest show in sports.
I'm going to blow you guys away. I was 13 years old. It was 1977. My best friend at the time, Richard Goodhind, and me were at Elima Intermediate in Eva Beach, Hawaii. And we both bought tickets, stood in line for a long time to buy tickets for, come on, calm down, Nacho. It's not that bad. Sean Cassidy.
Hey,
Sean
everybody,
Cassidy
welcome
was
to
my
Teen
first
Beat.
concert.
Who
It
was
was
Sean
like
Cassidy?
it was so pathetic. We were in the Neil S. Blaisdell Center, which is like the big arena in Hawaii, where Chaminade beat Virginia, by the way, a few years later.
I know
And
that
we're
one.
talking 8,000 screaming, prepubescent 12, 13-year-old, 14-year-old girls, and
You two
me and
guys were the
Richard.
only non-12 to 13-year-old girls in the audience to see Sean
I swear to
Cassidy.
God, and it was just screaming. And the sad thing is we didn't tell anybody, but we went home and he bought the Tiger Beats and I bought the albums. And I was like, when I was 16 and I wanted to be Sean Cassidy, and that's where my music career started, and it ended with Def Leppard and Journey, and that's why I have no tastes
So,
when it
Kevin, do
comes
you
to
know who
music.
Sean Cassidy is?
Not a clue. Not
Okay.
a
So he
damn
was,
clue.
oh wow, so he
See,
was
that's
like,
Not
what
a
I knew.
think
clue
of
I'm
at
like,
looking
all.
at Kevin right now, and I can tell he's looking at this going, who the hell is Sean Cassidy,
I'm
and
like,
why
who
are
the
you
hell
making
is
fun of
Sean
him?
yeah, so
Cassidy?
Sean Cassidy was a teen idol at a time when, like teen idols were big. I don't even know who would compare today. Probably
Timberlake,
Justin Bieber
Timberlake
pre
back in the day.
adulthood.
Bieber. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
he was the Taylor Swift, male Taylor Swift of his day. He and his brother
No,
David
no, no. Wait a minute.
Cassidy.
Wait a minute. He was not the male Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift has got more talent in her finger than Sean Cassidy had in his whole body. The reason Sean
Okay,
Cassidy
all
was a
right, but
teen idol,
anyway,
now be honest, the reason Sean Cassidy was a teen idol back then is because his brother, David Cassidy, was a big star in television on The Partridge Family. His mother was
yeah,
Shirley
and his
Jones,
mom,
who was a well-known actress. His father was
yeah,
David Cassidy. No, was no, no, no.
Jack
Jack, Jack Cassidy.
Hopalong Cassidy.
Jack Cassidy, who was
Yeah,
a very well known actor at the time, so he had all this behind him. So he became a teen idol because he had the family behind him, and David was helping to
right now,
push
I
him.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, I don't know. Either way, okay, Kev, give me your first
Wait a
concert.
minute. No, wait a minute. We can't get off this for a second. I mean, to this day, are you still happy by saying that as a grown man and as an adult, your first concert was Sean Cassidy?
I mean, I own it. I own it.
Okay.
I actually had this segment. I think it took over my radio show in D.C. one day when there was no sports going on, and I admitted this, and I think I gave listeners I was going to give whoever had the best story about their first concert was I'd send them $100 in the mail, and I did. It took a lot of calls. It took Spice Girls and some cheesy bands that you never heard of, and then this guy calls up, and he's this Stone Cold brother from DC, and he's like, "Yo, man, I got ripped the next day, man, like because I saw Wham." And he was like, and then he goes, I had a shirt like the jitterbug to do the jitter, and he's like, oh, people were killing me at school. It was hilarious, and but everybody finds their tastes, and we either move on or we don't. And unfortunately, well, that's not true. I listen to a lot of stuff now. But
Although I'll wager
yeah,
that Kevin probably.
Sean Cassidy was an embarrassment for the more embarrassing story was actually when my dad, who worked at the Honolulu Star Bulletin as a copy editor in the feature department, got free tickets to Air Supply, and he wanted me to take my sister one night. Now I'm 19, my sister's 17, and I literally took her to Air Supply
Oh,
one
my.
night, and I got out of college basketball practice at Hawaii Pacific College, and oh my God, my teammates found out I went to Air Supply, and I was doomed. I was
You're
dead
doomed.
Oh
from
boy,
that moment on.
Air
that's a
Supply,
rough.
Kevin, by the way, is one of those.
Hang
This
on,
is.
I know Air
You know
Supply.
Air
I know
Supply?
Air Supply.
Okay.
I know
I'm
Air
just
Supply.
I'm
making
Hang
sure,
on,
all out of
man.
love. I
hang on,
can't
hang
live
on. Hey,
without you.
How do
you
I
want to know
mute the
why?
microphone
I know
here?
Air Supply because driving in the car with my mother, she loved listening to Light 105 up here in Massachusetts, in Rhode Island, and it was just soft. That's an Air Supply station. So basically, you're sitting in a dentist, and they're sitting in the
Yes.
dentist's office, and they play them, and they can play that music in the waiting room. That's
Which
what
is
my
the
mom
same thing.
liked.
I'm all out of love. Come on, here we go. Come on, everything's gonna be fine, Ed.
You're fine. Suck it up.
You don't
all
know
right.
what's worse, the dentist or the air supply.
That's all, folks.